All right, so last time we read Batman Year One.
All right, so first thing I want to say,
Yeah?
if you've got a trade paperback of Batman Year 2, and you've got these cool Todd McFarlane covers, what if you put them like in tiny little boxes?
I know, right?
What fucking graphic designer thought that was a cool idea? Hey, I got an idea. Let's take this cool cover. We'll make it really small.
I don't think Todd McFarlane
That's
was the Todd
small. It's just what, a
McFarlane.
third of the page
when
instead
that
of being
was-
a full page.
I don't think Todd McFarlane was Todd McFarlane.
What do you
published.
mean? He changed his name then?
No,
Or a
it's what
different
I'm
thing?
saying is he
changed his name
wasn't.
afterward?
This is pre-Spider-Man. Like, this is before he really got
Hit
huge.
his prime.
So it wasn't like.
So he's still experimenting with his craft a little bit?
Actually, so one of the things I want to talk about. So
Or do you think that his covers were even better then than they are now? Or
I really like his Batman.
You like his
I
Batman?
really like it. So it started out.
It's not as over the top as
So this is 4
McFarlane
issues, and it started out with Alan Davis and Paul Neary, but they had to, for Mike W. Barr, who was the writer, talks about it in the introduction, that they had to leave the book after these, and they brought on
Because they had to go do Excalibur?
Todd McFarlane, probably.
Oh,
Their personal reasons?
Todd McFarlane. And the first 2 issues of Todd McFarlane are inked by Alfreda Alcala. The last issue is penciled and inked by Todd McFarlane.
Ooh.
And
it
the
should be.
last issue is like the best. I mean, you can really see Todd
Todd
McFarlane through that. You can kind of see him like in the first couple issues that are inked by Alcala, but man, you can really, it really looks like
Oh,
McFarlane.
those are rough.
The Alcala stuff?
Yeah.
You can see it, but man, it really smacks you in the face with himself. But I really like,
Like, look at that horrible panel.
yeah, I know.
That's bad.
Yeah, there's some not great stuff in there.
No wonder he started inking himself.
Right.
Holy crap.
But the Paul Neary, the first issue, the art is really good. I really like Paul Neary, Alan Davis. But you can also see, like, in the McFarlane issues, like, the way he does the cape, it's almost, you can see where he gets the spawn from, right? I mean, the cape is flowing, huge, there's a lot of
cape.
cape.
A lot of cape.
But I really like, I don't know, this story is very much Mask of the Phantasm.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that, I hope Mike W. Barr got paid some money for Mask of the Phantasm. It's very that.
I feel like if you're going to do a Batman Year 2, this just felt like another Batman story. It didn't really feel like
Right, well-
it's definitive for the character like Batman Year 1 is.
It's not, but it is also a story set early on in
Yeah.
his career.
Couldn't they just call it like a early year Batman story?
Well,
rather
they
than
even did
Batman Year 2?
like a Batman Year 3. It's
I
one
know.
of those things where
diminishing
DC
returns.
grabs it
The
and they
inking is
won't
very heavy-handed.
and they won't let
Very
go
heavy,
of it.
isn't
I mean, they got an idea. The first one made money, so we got to do it again. And he talks in the introduction how the story was originally pitched as like almost a DC like back in 1980.
Yeah.
He called it Batman 1980, where he would kind of bring Batman. He wanted to, because he said that like Batman's continuity, like his early origin was very kind of dicey, like not
Sure.
set in stone.
Yeah.
And so he pitched this as that. And then they came back to him and said, well, why don't we do a year 2? It's set early in.
Yeah. I get it.
You've seen Mask of the Phantasm, right?
Nope.
You've never seen the
Maybe I
animated?
did it a long time ago.
All
I
right,
think
so,
I did too, but to tell you the truth, I can't
Oh, I
check
love
shit.
that movie.
Now that is kind of cool.
Such a good movie.
You know, it's kind of got
Yeah,
that.
it's got
you know,
the cape flowing.
cape, you
It's
know,
such a
Yeah.
good movie. I love that movie. But so basically, it's Batman Year 2. Batman is more. I know in Batman Year 1, he was very not sure of his skills. Right. This one, he feels a little bit more confident. Gordon is now commissioner. He's been
Does it
promoted.
take place over a year?
No,
Because Batman Year 1 took
I
place
know.
over a year.
I know. Just,
Did they ever do a Batman Year 2.5?
They probably
Batman Year
did.
2.3?
Be
How many
surprised.
months does this take place?
About
1,
5
2.
days.
I don't know.
What?
It's kind of.
Should be called Batman Year 1.2, like, like the next 2 months.
There's some weird time gap jumps in there that aren't exactly explained. And I don't mean weird. I just mean like there's a amount of time that passes. Seems like a good amount of time.
Did they do an artist
The
edition
whole-
of this yet?
I doubt it. I don't.
It's exactly the home run that Batman Year 1 was, wasn't
Right. No, but I mean it's a good Batman.
It's a solid
story.
Batman
It's a
story.
solid
There's no
Batman
reason it should
story.
be called Batman Year 2.
Right. Okay, you're just hung up on Batman Year 2. So
Well, they did it.
I guess I'm.
I
done
didn't name
with
it
this
that.
review. So anyway, Sounds good. You're just gonna keep asking me.
It came out in
About
87
Batman Year
though,
Two.
huh? Have you owned this since 87?
No.
It's kind of like got a
Yeah,
little-
where'd you say 87? I saw 1990.
No, I have not owned that. since
Well, it says
1987.
that the story that became Batman Year 2, published in Detective Comics 575 to 578, that was through June to September of 1987. So
When
I think it was
Batman Year
originally
One?
published
Is it
then,
88?
where.
Batman Year One come out first.
But you do have a 1990. But so I think this came out in 1990, but originally published in magazine form 87. And this looks like you got the first printing in Chico.
Tom's always got the first print.
No, I don't.
So 1990.
I was
What the
looking
hell
at
is
the.
34
I was looking at the
freaking years old?
Invisibles omnibus
So-
that I have that I was telling you I'm starting to read.
Yeah.
It's a sixth printing. I can't believe they did 6 printings of a $150 omnibus
Now you
book.
know how many checks Day is cashing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. 6 printings.
What months did that come out?
Funny here, it says, this seems obvious now, but the original plans called for years 1 and years 2 to run concurrently in Batman and Detective. So, wow. Now, I don't know what actually happened, but in this case, it came out in, it was Detective Comics 575 through 570 that supposedly ran through September in 87.
Because Batman Year One ran February through May.
In 87, yeah.
So
So
it
originally,
came out in June.
yeah, so
So they were
originally they
gonna run
wanted to run them
together.
together in the two
But
different
they waited.
Batman
They
series.
did Batman Year 1 and then
And
they did
then,
Batman Year
yeah,
2.
That's
year
good,
two
because
came
people would be
out,
fucking confused.
then-
So why am I reading Year Two at the same time I'm reading Year
in the
One?
same year that year 1 came out.
Well, they came
Yes.
out the same year. It was just a month later they did Year Two. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
All right, I did not realize that. I thought there was a bigger gap.
Nope.
It's a pretty good story. It holds up. It's good. It's a good It's a solid Batman story.
Correct. I agree with that.
With-
I did not
Great
realize those
art.
were in so close though. Yeah.
On the 1st and the 4th issues.
Thank you. I was gonna say not in the second and third.
There's some good stuff in there.
Yeah, but it's
you
not
picked
great.
out, and I stared at that one for a while too. That one's
There's some.
the
You
worst.
see a little shadow of McFarlane in there with like the cape, and he has some cool stuff.
Right.
But the
You can
inking-
kind of see it in the facial stuff too, a little bit. Like you can see the faces and the shapes.
Yeah,
I
and
just
stuff.
find it interesting that I feel like the inker in the earlier ones just didn't know what to do with
McFarlane.
McFarlane's detail.
Why he started inking his own
and
shit. He's
things,
like, this
and
guy
this
keeps
type
fucking it up.
stuff. It very well it could have been.
Oh, 100%.
The
that's
story
what it
is
was.
always when he talked to like Rob Liefeld.
Yeah.
He was like, dude, you need to write it, you need to draw it, you need to, you get paid for, so you
Yeah.
get paid 3 times.
Yeah.
So I don't know that.
I'm sure that was part of it too.
that was part of it. Is the money.
I'm sure that was part of it, but I think it's also that he wanted his stuff to look.
Yeah.
It very well could be. I would.
But like I said, it is very. You go from 2 and 3 to 4. It's like night and day.
Yeah. All right.
Out through that wall.